Okay guys, today we're going to be continuing to calculate perimeters of 2D shapes. Same as yesterday, to be successful you're going to need to use your previous knowledge of 2D shapes and their properties. You're going to need to use your knowledge of addition and multiplication again and apply this knowledge to solve problems. So today we're going to be looking at compound shapes. Compound shapes are shapes that can be described as made up of two shapes. You may remember when calculating area in year 5 you had to split the shape up into two, and then I can see that I have two rectangles there. It could be not just be two, might be three, might be four. We're in year 6, you don't know what I'm going to throw at you today. So how do I calculate the perimeter of this shape? Well, just like yesterday, perimeter is the distance around the outside of the shapes, and I added up all the sides of the shape, so I'm going to do exactly the same here. You're lucky in this one, I've given you all the sides. But to do this quicker, I'm going to find little patterns. So, for example, I can see 3 add 3 equals 6. Then I'm going to add 14, because I know that makes nice and easy. 20, so I've done those ones. What else can I see here? I can see that actually 5 add 6 is 11. So if I then add 9, so if I have that 11 add 9 equals another 20, that's all of them, so I've got this 20 and that 20, I can add them all up, makes 40. Now I need to remember that I am working in centimetres here, so my answer is going to be 40 centimetres. I would suggest breaking it down just like that, into sections, into little groups, rather than doing a column method of 6 numbers, because you're more likely to go wrong there. Okay, so breaking it down using a little bit of place value knowledge, a little bit of mental maths knowledge in order to calculate that one. So I've got one a little bit trickier here. Now what I notice on this one is that I have two missing lengths. I have this length here missing, and I'm going to call that one X for now, and I have a length missing here. Let's call that one Y for now. Okay, so let's have a look at calculating the length X, the pink length. Now this distance from here all the way down to here must be the same on the other side of the shape. So if I go from the top, the same starting place, and I can get down to here, I know that's 8 centimetres. If I want to then, so that gets me to about there, doesn't it? So if I then want to get from the same place here all the way down to the end, which is this bit down here, then that's going to be another 6. So I'm going to be doing 8 and 6, that's going to get me the whole of the pink side. So that X length, that missing X length, is going to be the same as the 8 plus the 6, which must mean that the X length equals 14. Okay, so this one over here, 14 centimetres. Let's have a look at finding Y now. So I know that for going from left to right, so going from here all the way to here is 12 centimetres. So that must mean that going from on the other side of the shape down here all the way to there, plus there all the way to here, so that whole distance from there all the way to there must equal the same. That must be 12 centimetres. Now if I know one part of it, I know the 7, then I can use that knowledge to figure out what the missing part is. So if I have the whole thing, that whole distance at the top, 12 centimetres, and I subtract the bit I know here, that's going to give me the bit I don't, the Y. So if I subtract 7, that's going to give me the Y. So that must mean that 5 equals my missing length. My missing length must equal 5 centimetres. A good way to check that would be to do 5 add 7. So if I take this length and I add it here, 5 add 7, just like I did with the pink side, then does that equal 12? Yes, it does. So the last part I need to do now is to add all the sides up. So I can see that I have, again I'm going to use that knowledge of finding the easy calculations I've got a 14 and a 6, so I know that equals 20. What else do I have? I have 12 and an 8 equals another 20. And then that just leaves my 7 and my 5. So I must be adding on another 12. So altogether, I'll just make sure that all of the sides are underlined. Yep. So altogether, 20 or 20 or 12, 52. Remember, I'm working in centimetres. So today, when you come across compound shapes where you have missing sides, the first thing you need to do is find the length of those sides. Once you've found the length of those sides, you can then add all of the sides up. Good habit to get into is to make sure that you've found all the sides, is to tick them all off. Do I have a value for that one? Yep. A value for the one at the top? Yes. A value for that one? Yep. 7 there, 6 there, 5 there. Is that all of the sides ticked off? Yes. Then I can start to do this part here, down here. Okay. Your task today, you have some compound shapes. Okay, some are made up of 2 compound shapes, and then I get into a bit more complicated ones at the bottom. Then task 2, you are doing the reverse. I'm giving you the perimeter, you're going to need to find the missing lengths there, and then you have, Then you have a preliminary task looking at this again without the shapes itself. Seeing if you can visualise or draw them yourself, and as per normal, all answers are at the bottom.